Once again, I find myself in a cramped space with expert handyman Sean Bueno. Sean, what kind of project do you have for us today?
So we have some grout that's in really bad shape. It's kind of crumbling and popping out of the joints, and we want to protect this tile, so we're going to do a grout repair today. If we don't make the repair, that's where we can get moisture and extra pressure on the tile where the tile could crack. So that's why it's important to make the repair now.
Okay, Sean, now before we get started, what are some of the tools and supplies? I know you have something interesting in your hand right there.
Yeah, well, this is a multi-tool, and this tool is used for a lot of different things in the house. Now today I've got a special bit on here. I've got a carbide bit, and this is used for cutting tile and grout.
Besides Sean's nifty tool, we'll need a few other supplies for this project, including gloves, safety gear, paper towels, painter's tape, a sponge, grout float, bucket, utility knife, and a tile cleaner. Plus the main attraction, the new grout.
So Ryan, the key to this project is making the patch look like it's not a patch.
Yeah.
And so we want to try to match up this grout. We did not have the grout that was used for the original project. I think it's a snow white grout, and that's what we bought. We're going to do our best to match it up.
Because the grout needs to rest for 10 minutes, we mix it up first.
So I've got some water in this bucket. And if you've ever made pancakes before,
Yep.
it's basically the same process. Okay, Ryan, we've got our grout mixed up. We've got all the lumps stirred out. It's a nice consistency, so let's put this off to the side. While this is setting, we'll take the old grout out.
Now, do we have to be precise with this multi-tool? I mean, could we damage the tile?
Damaging the tile is definitely a risk in this project, and you have to be super careful, but it's a risk we have to take because we have to get this old grout out.
Before we get started, Sean marks off the area we're repairing with painter's tape. That way, we'll stay in the right area when working.
So this multi-tool has settings. We're going to go on a very low setting. That means that the blade is going to move a little bit slower.
And I notice you're just tackling little areas at a time.
I'm taking small areas at a time. I'm looking for the easiest area to start with, and that's actually turning out to be the area with the most damage that allows the blade to get into the grout, chip that away first, then we can move left to right from there. You can see as I was using the multi-tool, I changed the speeds up a couple different times depending on how the old grout was reacting to it. You can see here we cleaned out a nice area that we're going to put the new grout in.
Before we get to grouting, we clean up our work area. First, we sweep up all the loose debris. Then, we use a tile cleaner so we have a nice clean surface for the new grout.
We're just going to put a little bit on our float.
Really want to get it pushed down in there?
That's right. So Ryan, go ahead and use the float and push that grout down into the joints. Nicely done. We really want to be careful where the new grout meets the old grout.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do there is we're going to take a little bit of new grout and I'm going to kind of blend it into that seam, and I'm going to try to fade it out on some of the old grout.
This is why we wear the gloves.
That's right.
And it was important for us to get that old crumbly grout out of there.
It is imperative to get as much of that out so that the new grout can actually cure properly. If you lay the new grout on top of old grout, chances are it's going to crumble and come out.
After we let our new grout set for 20 minutes, it's time to clean up.
You want to go very lightly. You don't want to scrub out the new grout.
With the excess grout gone, our project is complete. We'll need to let this cure for about 48 hours. So this bathroom is off limits until then.
The area that we patched looks pretty flawless. I'm really happy with the way that the color came out, and you're protecting the tile too.
For less than $20 in supplies, and with only about an hour of work, this bathroom floor is now repaired.